The proposed trade between the New York Knicks and the Minnesota Timberwolves, which would send Rudy Gobert to New York in exchange for Julius Randle and Mitchell Robinson, is certainly an intriguing one. This deal has the potential to significantly alter the dynamics of both teams, with each side benefiting in different ways. Let's break down the trade and assign grades to both teams. New York Knicks, B. The Knicks would receive Rudy Gobert, a 2028 first-round pick swap, from Minnesota, and 2 second-round picks, from Utah in 2025 and Indiana in 2026. Here's how this impacts the Knicks. Defensive upgrade. Gobert's arrival would instantly make the Knicks one of the best, if not the best, defensive teams in the NBA. His presence in the paint, combined with the perimeter defense of Mikal Bridges, OG Anunoby, and Josh Hart, would create a formidable defensive wall that could stifle even the most potent offenses. Offensive limitations. While Gobert is a defensive juggernaut, his offensive game is limited. The Knicks would lose Julius Randle's ability to create his own shot and facilitate for others, which could be a significant blow, especially in high-pressure playoff situations where scoring becomes tougher. Team chemistry. The Knicks showed they could compete without Randle last season, and adding Gobert could further solidify their defensive identity. However, integrating Gobert into their system might come with challenges, particularly on the offensive end. Tom Thibodeau's coaching expertise will be crucial in maximizing Gobert's strengths while minimizing his weaknesses. Future flexibility. The pick swap and second-round picks are nice assets, but they likely won't move the needle significantly unless the pick swap turns into a high lottery pick. The Knicks are clearly in win-now mode, so these picks are more about future flexibility rather than immediate impact. Minnesota Timberwolves, B+. In exchange for Gobert, the Timberwolves would receive Julius Randle and Mitchell Robinson. Here's how this impacts Minnesota. Offensive boost. The Wolves would gain a versatile scorer in Julius Randle, who can play both inside and outside, providing a much-needed offensive boost alongside Anthony Edwards and Karl-Anthony Towns. Randle's ability to handle the ball, create his own shot, and facilitate for others would add another dimension to Minnesota's offense, making them more dynamic and less predictable. Defensive adjustment. While the Wolves would lose Rudy Gobert's elite rim protection, Mitchell Robinson offers some defensive prowess as a shot blocker and rim protector. Although Robinson isn't on Gobert's level defensively, he still provides a solid presence in the paint. The Wolves would have to adjust their defensive schemes, relying more on team defense and Robinson's athleticism to compensate for Gobert's absence. Contract flexibility. Gobert's Supermax contract has been a burden on the Timberwolves' salary cap, limiting their ability to make other significant moves. By trading Gobert for 2 players on more manageable contracts, the Wolves gain financial flexibility, allowing them to make additional moves in the future if needed. This could be crucial as they look to build around their core of Edwards and Towns. Fit and depth. Randle's fit alongside Towns could be an interesting experiment. Both players are versatile big men, but Towns' ability to stretch the floor with his shooting might allow Randle to operate more effectively in the post or as a playmaker. Robinson, when healthy, provides valuable depth at the center position, giving the Wolves a reliable option to anchor their defense. Overall trade impact. This trade would represent a significant shift for both franchises. The Knicks would be doubling down on their defensive identity while sacrificing some offensive versatility. For the Timberwolves, this trade would help them balance their roster, adding offensive firepower and contract flexibility, while still maintaining a solid defensive presence with Robinson. New York Knicks, B. The trade strengthens their defense but raises concerns about offensive balance and the integration of Gobert into their system. Minnesota Timberwolves, B+. The Wolves gain offensive depth and financial flexibility, though they must adjust defensively without Gobert. In conclusion, this trade has the potential to make both teams more competitive in their respective conferences, though each will have to navigate the challenges that come with such a major roster shakeup. Next news. The New York Knicks are entering the 2024-25 NBA season with high expectations, and while they have a solid rotation of experienced players, there's been some buzz about rookie point guard Tyler Kolek. Despite being a first-year player, Kolek's background and skill set could make him a unique asset for the Knicks. Kolek, a 23-year-old who played 5 seasons in college, led the NCAA in assists last season with 7.7 per game at Marquette. His ability to distribute the ball and create opportunities for teammates has been highly regarded, making him an intriguing prospect for the Knicks. However, the transition from college basketball to the NBA is challenging, and the learning curve is steep, particularly under a coach like Tom Thibodeau, who is known for favoring veterans and being cautious with rookie playing time. Fred Katz of The Athletic notes that if Kolek were to crack the rotation, it wouldn't be because the Knicks handed him a spot, it would be because he earned it by outperforming other players. The Knicks' point guard depth includes established names like Jalen Brunson, who is the clear starter, and solid backups in Miles McBride and Cameron Payne. Payne, in particular, was brought in as a reliable third-string point guard, making Kolek's path to playing time even more difficult. Given Thibodeau's track record, Kolek is likely to spend most of his rookie season on the bench, learning from his more experienced teammates. The Knicks are in win-now mode, especially with the Eastern Conference being highly competitive. Every game counts, and the team will likely stick with proven players to maximize their chances of securing a high playoff seed. While Kolek may not see much action this season, his development will be closely watched. If he can adapt quickly to the NBA's pace and physicality, he could eventually become a valuable contributor for the Knicks. But for now, it seems he'll have to wait for his opportunity while continuing to hone his skills in practice and limited game minutes.